Alright, welcome to the last story in Resident Evil 6. Our long journey is finally coming to an end. This is...
Resident Evil 6.
Ada Wong's story. You get this from beating all the other three stories, so, let's start this up, shall we?
Simmons?
Ada Wong. It's been a long time.
Not long enough. I see you still like to play games.
Old habits. Besides, a phone call can be so impersonal.
What is it you want?
I received some very interesting intel on you, Miss Wong. Intel that will greatly influence your future. Curious?
Not in the slightest.
I knew you couldn't resist.
I'm just here to find out what you're up to.
Then by all means, proceed. So you know, Level 4 requires a handprint for access. I've made sure you'll be recognized.
You've got my prints on file. You're not playing around, are you?
Oh, I've got much more than your prints, Miss Wong. You'll see. Good luck.
All right, Simmons. Let's see what you're hiding.
So here we go, this is Ada's first level. Ada has one of the more unique weapons in the games, and that would be this crossbow here. I'm going to try and use this as much as possible, as it is her most, unique weapon. I've also equipped it with unlimited ammo, just because I think it's cool. I said this before, but Ada's campaign is pretty unique because it has a pretty big emphasis on stealth, actually. Also, this song that is playing is absolutely one of my favorites in the game.
I suppose I could go introduce myself, but I don't want to fall behind schedule.
So, we can use the melee in this area to our advantage to stealth kill people. I do really like this. I like that Ada is fairly stealthy because it makes sense for her character. She's a spy, so she is going to go around and try and do these things stealthily. You can, of course, do this like normally and just have everyone know where you are, and it could be a big shootout, but I prefer to do this stealthily. The stealth isn't 100% amazing. It's not, this is no Metal Gear. This is more or less Metal Gear Rising, where the AI is pretty dumb when it comes to stealth. But I've played this part enough times to remember where pretty much everyone is and where their positions are, so it should go pretty smoothly for me. There should be a guy down here. We're just going to take him out with the crossbow. But yeah, this is Ada's campaign. It's pretty short. Jake's was pretty short, but I think Ada's is probably going to be a little shorter. She, of course, has the same things. You know, you go through 4 chapters. Is it 4 or 5? I think it's 4 or 5 chapters. She, you know, goes through levels, collects serpent emblems, so we will be still doing the serpent emblems. Ada's isn't one of my favorites. I said this in Leon's. It probably goes, for me, Jake, Chris, Leon, Ada. And that doesn't mean that I don't like Leon or Ada. It just means that I like Jake and Chris better. And in fact, story-wise, Ada's is probably one of the best in the game, and it is also one of the most important. There's something in this story that if you just played Leon and Chris's, you wouldn't get a part of that story. I'd say this takes the Separate Ways campaign in Resident Evil 4 and makes it even better. Because Separate Ways was just kind of like, what's Ada doing behind the scenes? That's interesting. But then in Ada's campaign in this game, it's like, what's Ada doing behind the scenes? And also, here's a few revelations that you didn't see coming. So it's pretty interesting. I really like Ada's story. Yeah, the enemies, they won't hear that. Like, if you were to just break that box and an enemy's nearby, they're probably not going to hear that. They're pretty dumb. I'm not exactly sure how Ada didn't, like, break her legs there. So, right over here, we're going to have something that is pretty consistent from Separate Ways, and that is her grappling hook. I think that's pretty cool. I would like to see it, like, be able to use a grappling hook more freely, kind of like a Batman Arkham game. But that would be asking for too much.
This must be the new breed I've been hearing about.
Also, right there, the reason I waited was because I wanted to wait for that guy to turn around. There's going to be a guy coming down the stairs. We're going to want to wait for him to get over here, and then we can grab him. Yeah, I really like doing this stealthily. There aren't many areas in this game where you can do it stealthily, but whenever you can, I do really love to do that. I've said this a couple times whenever I do games. If the game gives me an option to do something stealthily, I will 9 times out of 10 do it stealthily. So you've got those guys in there, obviously. If we didn't come in here, we'd have to fight them. I'm pretty sure there's some items and stuff in that room, but nothing too important. If there was a serpent emblem in there, I would have cleared that area out. And hey, look at that, Batman! She just opened up a vent covering without taking 5 million years to do it. Get on Wong's level, bitch. No, but seriously, if they don't, like, fasten that up in Arkham Knight, I'm gonna be very mad.
Damn it, an alarm.
Because Ada literally just did it in less than, like, a second. So this is the hardest part to sneak in. Because there's a lot of guys coming from a lot of different directions, and it's, a little tricky to sneak around. God damn, I love this music. Said it before, say it again, I think Resident Evil 6 has the most solid soundtrack overall in any of the Resident Evil games. There, I said it, come at me. So someone might see that, it doesn't really matter. Like, I think that guy's a little onto us right now. Oh, why can't I crouch here? I need to hide. Oh well. Not a big deal. I'm not redoing this whole level just because of that. The music reminds me a little bit of Code Veronica. It just has that Code Veronica feel, I don't know. It sounds a little bit like the save room theme. I don't know what those explosive barrels are there for. Usually when you see them, they're like, oh yeah, you can knock them over in a boss battle or whatever, but it's not really there for a reason. There should be some more guys around here somewhere, and there is Ada's first serpent emblem. That one is pretty easy to see. If you miss that one, you might have some sort of problem seeing. Oh, the good music went away. I guess they just really wanted you to hear the leather of Ada's pants making noises. Fuck you, Batman. Now, this room is interesting because it's one of the other few puzzles in the game.
You never did have taste, did you, Simmons?
This actually, it feels a lot more like Resident Evil Revelations than anything else.
This is going to require a little effort, I assume.
Effort? I don't like effort. Oh, wait a minute, I'm not Darkside Phil, sorry. There's a little humor there for you. So, the first part of the puzzle, you want to get those ears up, so then you can look through this little hole here. Now that's going to allow us to see that, which is kind of like an eagle flying through there. And now what we want to do is we want to make our own eagle for this door here. Of course, we can't do anything with that door yet. We'll just get electrocuted, so we have to make the eagle here. And it'll give you kind of a wonky camera angle, so you won't quite be able to see what's going on. Again, all we want to do right now is just make an eagle. There's that, and then there should be one more piece. That should be it right there. So let's see if we can't get out of this room now.
Well, that was a pain in the ass.
I'd like to think that that's Capcom making fun of old Resident Evil games.
I'm guessing teamwork isn't a strong point around here.
So those little red pressure pad things are something that you can use to kill the dudes in the areas. If you have a large amount of guys running at you and you step on one of those guys, I just said the word guys a lot in that sentence, you can use them to kill them. So when we look over there, he should be dead. Yep, there we go.
Stopping your own crew's gotta be bad for morale.
I think that's actually a pretty neat little thing you can do there. It's not very stealthy because everyone's gonna know where the hell you are, but hey.
Authorization recognized. Access granted.
Wonder what else he has on file besides my prints.
Oh, you'd be surprised, Ada. So we're just gonna take a little bit to explore this room here. We can drop some because we don't need any of that ammo. Pick you up, combine some stuffs. I want to say Ada has less health than other people. Like, she can take less damage. I don't know if that's true or not, but I feel like it is. So who knows? I'm pretty sure that's all that we can get in here right now. Oh good, the awesome music's back.
My dearest Ada Wong. Jake Mueller has been located in the Republic of Edonia. Your mission is to find out if his body has antibodies to the C virus. We cannot allow a vaccine to be produced. Agent Birkin will be sent in to acquire the target. Your job is to ensure they escape the country alive. Good luck.
That was dated 6 months ago. That can't be right. I don't remember those orders. Maybe they were passed on to someone else.
So now we're gonna get a little mini onslaught of enemies here. It's not really that big of a deal. But here's when the story starts getting a little fishy. You know, we clearly saw that Ada was in Edonia. You know, we saw her in both Chris's and Jake's story. And this is now 6 months after that. So this is when, storyline-wise, Jake would be captured by Neo Umbrella in that facility in China. I already, at this point in the story, the first time I played it, I pieced it together, like what exactly was going on. So, I don't know. I think it's pretty clever what happens. Because they set it up very early on in Chris's campaign. I pointed it out, actually. Because that was the big thing that tipped me off. Whoa, where did that guy go? Hello. Dude, attack me, I want to counter you. Ada has some cool counters, and she also has, like how other characters have a dodge, you know, move. She has a really cool one, because she does, like, flips and stuff. It's really cool. Yeah, I'm just gonna, like, forget about those guys. I don't really care. I'm also recording this in the beginning of August, which means E3 has passed. I was talking about E3 in Jake's campaign, where I was confident that a Resident Evil 7 was going to be announced. Nope, no such game has existed yet. Although, now that I'm recording this in the beginning of August, Tokyo Game Show has probably happened since I recorded, since these videos have gone up.
Sorry, boys. No
which means they're probably going to announce it there.
Oh.
Yeah, I was really shocked, because there have been rumors for, like, months that Resident Evil 7 is going to happen, and I just haven't heard anything in, like, forever. So here's where you can really use these pressure plates to your advantage as soon as we get out of the grips of this man. Yeah, Ada is a very agile character, and I really love playing as her. Play-wise, I'd say she's probably my second favorite character to play as. Like, Jake is number one, obviously, and then it's probably Ada. She's very agile, and I love that. Of course, she's not as agile as Jake, but hey, we can't all be Wesker Jr. This room is really kind of, I'd say it's a little tough if you're not using those pressure plates, but when you are, it's kind of a piece of cake. And I'm kind of doing it wrong because I'm using the crossbow when I should be using like anything else, but I like using the crossbow. It's different. Yeah, there are a lot of people in this room. I could just run by, but I don't feel like it. Dude, attack me. Oh, gee, I hate when that happens. I hate when I wait for someone to attack me and then I screw up, I choke on the button press. I'm gonna redeem myself. There we go. Obviously, we want to do this for the guy on the turret because he is not our friend. He is not someone that we really want to deal with. At least not head on. We're gonna do the sneak attack. And with that, I shall see you in the next video.